Welcome back, True Seeker. Wanted to say thank you to everyone who signed up for the Patreon page. I promised that when we got to 950 members, I would start a daily podcast, video cast, Monday through Friday, that would be at least 1 hour. Today we eclipsed that mark, so it's going to begin tomorrow, November 8th. 1 hour exclusive content for Patreon members. For those of you on YouTube, this is going to take time out of what I do putting out the free content for you guys. There's only so many hours in a day. Again, for 5 years, I produced thousands of videos, never had an ad on the videos, never sold a thing, spent all of my own money to afford to do that for 5 years. I did it until I went broke. Now I got to build up the revenue so that we can take this movement to the next level. My first 5 years, I was hoping somebody would step up, that has resources in this world and help push this message to the next level. It never happened. And I really believed it would. It didn't. So now we're raising resources and trying to take matters into our own hands. You guys, this number, very grateful for. This is more money than I make as a school teacher working in the system, even having a master's degree. So very grateful for this amount of revenue, but it still has to go up higher so that we can do bigger things, hire people, build a real news network, be able to travel places. When these incidents go down in the world that we expose, we want to be able to get there and do some on-the-ground reporting. And right now I'm working on getting to Pittsburgh to put together a small documentary about the synagogue shooting of October 27th. That's an important event. It needs to be investigated further. That's an event that's not going to go anywhere. It's a drop in the bucket for accomplishing things in the agenda of the tyrants, including censoring the web, taking away rights from the populace. So there needs to be an investigation to see what really went down there. And, it's going to take regular citizens to do it. Our government's not going to do it for us. Our papers aren't going to do it for us. So we're trying to start a grassroots effort here to get things accomplished that need to be accomplished. And you might say, well, there's other people out in the truth community doing similar things like that, but it's not the same. These people aren't the same. They're caught up in the lies. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the understanding of how these events are rigged and scripted, and seemingly they don't want to know. So, if you want to be able to experience the daily podcast video casts, which I'm going to try to make even better than my content before, I'm going to try to incorporate gematria, but also talk about other things that are relevant. This YouTube channel, it's gematria, because it's very important. But there were years that I spoke out about things and didn't even have a clue about gematria, so it wasn't part of the analysis. And in this daily podcast, to keep it fresh, I'm going to try to talk about different things. Things such as nutrition, other topics that are important. Other things you can do to bring awareness as well as happiness into your life. So if you want to experience that, what you have to do is sign up for the Patreon page. It's linked in the description of every video. And I'm going to make it so that you only have to pledge $1 a month to get the daily podcast. There's other tiers here. If you pledge $2, you get the first 2 chapters of the book, plus you get the podcast. If you pledge $5, you get all the sports picks for the month, which is a real bargain. I mean, there's people in the world who aren't half as good at picking sports games that charge hundreds of dollars, for just a small group of picks. You get tons of picks for just $5 a month. And again, all of my work, keeping it inexpensive so people can afford it, so they get more than their money's worth. And the highest tier I have on my page is $11. For $11, you get the entire book, plus you get all the content. And in the future, as I release more books and more smaller essays, you'll get all of that for free for being at the $11 tier. Understand, all of these charges are monthly. So if you sign up at the $1 tier, and you can cancel every month. It doesn't sign you up for a whole year, but just if you sign up, it's going to charge you each month what that tier price is. So $1 a month is $12 a year, right? For all the content. Quite a bargain. $2 a month is $24 a year. $5 a month is $60 a year. But anyway, there's tens of thousands of you that follow me on YouTube. I don't know what the real subscriber number is. I used to have a whole lot more than it shows before they deleted me in June 2017. But if you guys could come over here and pledge $1 a month, this number would skyrocket. And I'll tell you what, we'd have Gematria news and a whole new level of presentation in a very short period of time. There's a number of people who've been doing this research for years, following me. I know who's good at this. Be happy to hire them and make this their day job, because there's people out there that want to do that, including Derek, who built the Gematrinator calculator. And if enough of you come over for $1 a month, it's going to happen. So when we get to $10,000, that's when I'm hiring the first employee. So keep grinding for you guys. If you can give something back, you know, thousands of you out there, $1 a month adds up in a big way. And thank you again to the people who've already pledged and got us this far. The podcast/video cast begins tomorrow. And I'm going to try to put it out as a podcast and a video cast. Some people just want audio. Some people want the video too. So we'll leave it there. Again, it's Wednesday, so TFR tonight, 6 to 9 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. to midnight on the East Coast. Until next time.